record. Awesome. Okay. Welcome, Team B. Wednesday night. It's not Raptors, so there's no excuse. Mind you, the hockey is on, so maybe that's for everybody is the last final game to hockey. Tonight we want to talk to you guys about Teamzy, doing some specific training on Teamzy and just sharing some of the wins that we've had and some of our downloads. But before we do that, we want to just clarify a little bit on the conference and about answering any of your questions that you might have about our two-day getaway. But before I jump in, I just want to know, is there anybody that has any wins or questions specifically just about like how your business is moving forward that you want to just do some shout outs? You can even type it in the chat group, anything just on your mind or any shout outs that you guys want to give, any inspiration? I know, Ash, you already said you're sick, but you were doing a three-way. That's amazing.
She did amazing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, Melissa.
Oh, hey, I didn't know if I was muted. And a shout out to all the panelists from our athlete zone or our personal training panel last night. That was awesome. And I think we're going to do it again. I haven't told them yet, but I want to do it with less people. So we'll do 2 of them because it's, I think it was too long for personal trainers. They're so crazy busy, but they did a great job. So that was exciting. And then a shout out to Amanda Stone, who signed up 2 reps within the period of about 2 hours on, I think it was Monday. It was just awesome. So she's got some great momentum happening up in Bancroft.
Awesome. Yeah, she seems to be owning Bancroft. She's putting everybody on the juice. That's awesome. I love it. There's something magical about small towns. Magical in that if you have been around for a long time and the trust and belief is crazy. It's just like this, yeah, it's just beautiful to see like what she's doing up there. So there's definitely, and that's what our company has actually found, that's easier to build in smaller communities than the big metropolis communities. It's the smaller ones that seem to be more community oriented. That's just their perspective. There we go. Anybody else want to do some shout outs before we jump in? Everyone's being shy. Okay. So what I want to talk to you guys about, Nikki, can you maybe do the share screen and show everybody where our new Facebook page is for conference? Can you do that? So this is something that we decided to do. Before conference, we would always do connection through Facebook Messenger, but we would lose so much stuff. So every conference now, we're just going to have a Facebook group. It's going to stay the same. We're going to put some valuable information in there, including like the files where, you know, it's like what, especially if your first time, like what to pack, what am I looking for? So this page is going to be awesome. We're just building it right now to keep stuff in. So it's called Juice Plus Conference with Team B. Right now there's 36 members in it. This is what it looks like. So you see Calgary Conference is October 3rd to 5th. And then the Team B Fun in the Mountains is October 1st and 2nd. So this is what Nikki wants to show you. Within this page is actually the details and more details to come about Let's Celebrate in the Mountains. And so let me just talk to you guys a little bit about it. So she's been kind of putting some stuff in here. There's stuff like, you know, there's only 38 spots. So, you know, are you coming or are you not coming? So if you're a leader on this call, you want to make sure that the people on your team know about this page, know about the event, because this is where we're going to be downloading all of the information. So we do have a flyer out. We are working towards costs so that we can give you an idea about costs. We're trying to keep the costs down. NMDs are going to be definitely contributing to this fun weekend so that we can keep costs to a minimum for you guys. There will be some costs that you do have to consider. So obviously you need your flight. What we're suggesting for people is that for flights, I know that Nikki's going to put in Sonia's contacts into this group ASAP. So if you guys want a flight, what would you call her? She's a team member and she's in Kingston and she's a travel agent. So she's going to put her information in here if you want a travel agent to kind of look into flights. If you fly a lot and you're confident to go online and book your own flights, you can do that as well. What else did you want to show them, Nikki? Okay, so yeah, in the chat group, maybe that's what Nikki can do.
Hi, how are you?
There we go. Oh, can you put yourself on mute? So what we'll do is in the chat group, Nikki, if you want to catch people's names, if you're not in this group, just put your name and Nikki can add you tonight when we're doing the team call. So this is where we're going to be putting all the stuff, the files, details, all of that stuff. So let me try and answer some of the questions that you might have. So we're suggesting that you guys fly in on the Tuesday. We right now currently have 6 chalets left. So the chalet is in the mountain about 10 minutes away from Canmore. And they're very comfortable. I actually stayed in them years ago. They're very nice and comfortable. So there's 2 bedrooms, and each bedroom can have up to 2 people in them. So they're either going to be queen beds, double, or queen beds or 2 single beds in them. We're all going to be grouped together, which will be amazing. And then there's actually a pull-out couch as well. So what I'm encouraging is for you guys as leaders to be forming your own group of people for each chalet. So if there's a team of you and there's 4 or 5 people, you probably want to be in the same chalet. So that's the type of stuff that we're going to be putting together, so that if you've got a group of 4 or 5 or 6 people that you want to stay, you want to make sure that you're saying, save me a chalet, I want that chalet. Now the cost works out to about $70 a night per person. We got a pretty good deal. It was probably one of the best deals that I could find. So budget your hotel to be around $140 for the 2 nights for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're still working out transportation from Calgary to Canmore. But preliminary numbers, if you were just randomly getting off the airplane and wanting to jump on the shuttle bus, it's about, Nikki, was it $60? That's what I have in my notes, about $60.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so budgeting about $60 to get out there on a bus. It will be cheaper if you go as a group, obviously, but you can imagine trying to manage everybody's schedule of when they're going to fly in. It could be a little bit of a nightmare. So right now, kind of budget around that $60 to get out to the cabin. And we're trying to keep our food costs down. And so from a budget of food, I know both nights we're trying to find the local plant-based restaurants. There's a couple. Right now, Nikki's looking at a restaurant called Community, where they actually cater. So if you guys were in Florida, we did those Buddha bowls on the boat, and I think everybody liked them. We either had a plant option or a meat option. We're kind of looking at the same thing, is keeping our food prices down for both Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So to expect maybe $20 a Buddha bowl. And we'll have like a select option, because I know there's some dietary requirements for that. And then some of the stuff that we're doing is, and we're not going to give away too much because we want a lot of it to be kind of fun and playful and surprise. But a lot of the stuff that we are doing, there's very, very, very minimal cost involved. We're trying to keep the price down. There will be some free time for you guys to be in Banff and roaming around. So obviously, if you guys want to spend money and have some free time to do the shops, because Banff shops are absolutely amazing, aren't they, Nikki? Nikki used to live in Banff, so this is killing her that we're planning this, but she's helping us because she knows the area so well.
I had a really hard time talking to everyone today.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was like being
Especially
at home.
the people from Nourish. I was like, oh man, I want to be there.
Yeah, I know, hard stuff, eh? So that's about all I wanted to say. I'm just looking here. Is there any, Kelly Skinner said out of Kitchener, they paid $483, tax included. Okay, you're adding people as we speak. Perfect. Yeah. So I hope that helps. The challenge is, because we don't know the exact number of people that are committed to coming to the Tuesday and Wednesday, it makes it hard to get a quote on transportation. So for those people that are blues and greens that need to know exactly, I can't give you exactly, guys, until I know the exact number of people that are going. So what I would encourage you guys, if you're a leader, please reach out to your team, find out who's coming for the Tuesday and Wednesday, and then go into the event page and yes, I'm coming, so that we can actually get our count up so we know how many people are showing up. There's a few people that have been texting me saying, yep, I'm in, yep, I'm in. So we just need to make sure that that is going to happen sooner than later, and then we can get a tighter price on the transportation. But our goal is to make sure that we have transportation for you guys on the Thursday morning so we can get you to Calgary at your proper hotels. So you won't be stranded and you won't have to worry about that detail. Okay? Is there anything that's pressing on your mind that you need more details that maybe we have missed to help you make a decision to come and play? Nope. We got it? Okay. Actually, I'd be curious. We've got 25 people on the call. If you're coming, can you just type who's coming into the chat so I can see how many people on tonight are actually committed to coming on the Tuesday and Wednesday? I would just be really, really, really curious. Just type it. So Jeanette coming, Stacy coming. So I'm gonna keep on training, but just put it in there. And maybe Nikki, could you do me a favor and just maybe write them down just so we catch it on the master list,
Yes.
just so that we can do kind of a head count? That would be great. So in the meantime, guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about Teamzy. So I have it up here. So hold on, I'm just gonna open it up. Teamzy, can you guys see this? I need somebody to say yes. I can't see anybody's faces.
Yes.
Yes.
Crystal, I can see your face, dear. Can you give me it? Can you see it? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so first off, guys, I want to talk to you guys about Teamzy, why this is so important. This is something that not only are all of your leaders on Teamzy and making a commitment to doing this on a regular basis, but Dr. Mitra Ray is like, this is how she's training all of her new people in her entire organization. And it's blowing up people's business. And I have to say, just real quick, and you probably have heard me talk about this before, is I so wish that I had this program 14 years ago when I started in the business, because I honestly feel I would be in such a different place in the business. I would say that I probably lost about 90% of people that I reached like that, like from a contact standpoint, because I used to do it the old-fashioned way, which is to put people in these books. And then, I mean, half the time I probably wouldn't even go back to them. I would just lose them. They just, they disappear. And because life just gets busy and it gets overwhelming. And what I love about Teamzy is that any person now that I meet in the world, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be in the grocery store and I get their business card or contact, they all go into Teamzy now, and you can put notes in it, you can put follow-ups in it, and you don't lose them. And that's the key, guys. It's about, this business, if you want to build big, is about contacts, it's about connections, it's about building relationships. And so the first 30 days is free. So if you're a brand new rep, here is your opportunity to launch yourself successfully by getting into a really good habit of doing a power hour every single day for 5 days a week. Maybe it's six days. It depends on how much time. I know that there are some of our team members that do more than an hour, but I think realistically for the average person that already has a full-time job, that an hour is already pushing it. So maybe it's only 30 minutes. Maybe that's all you can do, but at least 30 minutes you can stay on top of your business. So what I wanted to show you guys and why I love this so much is I'm a red, as you guys know, personality-wise, and I'm competitive. And I have to say that the number one thing that keeps me going on this is because my team actually gets to see my results. And I made a commitment to my pod that I'm going to reach out and connect to 20 people every single day, 5 days a week. And so this is today. This actually gives you a visual of today. And what I love about it is if you're a leader, you can start adding your team and you get to see who's working and who's not. And what I like about it is you can be playful. And if there are sleepyheads, do you see these little sleepyheads? You can actually lovingly reach out to them and say, hey, sleepyhead, what are you doing today? In a loving way. It's not shaming them or anything. And usually they get back to me and say, oh, this is the kind of day I had, but I'm going to do it later or whatever. It's no big deal, but it's fun, it's playful, and like I said, it's fun to be competitive. Now I'm going to show you some, and this is where I'm going to probably get Melissa on, but I'm going to show you yesterday. So here are our rock stars that are just killing it in Teamzy. You see Melissa Hyde? So when you get more than 30 connections a day, you actually get 2 flames. So Melissa connects, this was her commitment for the 12-week boot camp. She's insane. She is connecting with at least 50 people a day. So we're going to get her on in a bit here to help us understand how does she do that, because for most people they're like, I would be done in like 3 days or 4 days with all my contacts. So how do you do that? Gen Z out in Kelowna, she's ripping it through at 38 yesterday. Sarah at 27, and there's 20. And I think the highest I've actually had was 52 or 53, which was pretty fun. And what I love about it is you set up a personal goal, a financial goal. It asks you that when you set up your account. And then what you do is you actually have on the dashboard your goals. So it gave me a goal of how many prospects that I had to reach out to, how many customers, how many distributors, how many invites, and how many new add-ons. And I love the fact that they have your dailies so that you're focusing on social posts, your personal development, which I read before bed, so I haven't done that yet, so I haven't clicked it off. Using your products and exercise. And then here you go. Here's your power hour. This is what I love about it. So this is what it would show me. So let's say for tomorrow, because I've already done my power hour, these prospects, these would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prospects that I would be reaching out to. And so I would look in my notes to find out who are they, where did I meet them, and most of them are downloaded either from Facebook, and yeah, pretty much Facebook for me. And because Instagram you can't download, so you actually have to add all of your Instagram conversations in there. And it seems overwhelming, but I'll tell you how I do it in a not so overwhelming way. So it would tell you your first 5 prospects. And what I do, like for example, is I find Haley, so she's on Facebook, I find her, because typically these are all my friends. You have to remember you're downloading your friends, you're downloading your connection. So they're not strangers, they're connected to you somehow. And all I do is I go back and forth. And so you can actually, you see how I'm highlighting Haley? And I can copy it and I can go into Facebook and put her name in and find her. Hold on here. And I'm gonna find her, paste, okay. And I'm gonna hit it. So she comes up right away, right here, close. Sorry, I've got all these things here, but Haley Barber. So I can message her. So what I could send her is a message, something like this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, just like, hi Haley, wanting to connect and find out, how you are today. Now there are scripts that you can do. You can copy and paste. What I've been learning, and we're gonna download some scripts for you guys, is the way that Eric Johnson trains is he's more like building relationships and just like doing a, hey, how are you? Nice to connect with you, or, how did we connect? But the scripts that Mitra is using is more of action. So typically what I do is I do like an opening of like, hey, want to connect with you, find out how you are today, something like that. And then I would send it to her. And then I would copy, so I'm copying it right now with my highlighter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to post it. So I'm gonna go back to Teamzy. Her profile's here, see the connect. It says, how did you connect with her today? I hit Facebook and I copy and I paste my message to her. And you see below it has invites, follow-ups, or scripts. So I'm gonna put in here that I'm gonna follow up with her in a couple days just to see if she got my note and to do a follow-up from her. And then I'm going to log it, and then I'm going to hit log. And you do that with your prospects, you do that with your customers, you do that with your distributors. And then I have a lot of work to do. I've got 43 follow-ups that I got to be doing in the next couple days. So I was working on them today, but that's pretty much how Teamzy works. It shows you in your power hour where you're going to be focusing on. Now, here's my little secret that I have found that works so impactful for me. So if you go to team on the side, I've learned how to set tags up, and think of tags as like a file system. And my brain is all about filing people. So what I have done is I have put a lot of tags in here. So when I meet somebody, let's say that lives in Uxbridge, you're going to be able to set them up in a tag, and I'm going to find them in Uxbridge. So see, all of these are different. So Uxbridge prospects. So I'm actually people that I'm meeting in Uxbridge, I'm actually putting them in a tag. So if we're doing, let's say, a local event, and Lindsay came to, let's say, do her cancer event next month, I would go straight to my Uxbridge prospects, and these would be the people that I would be inviting to the event. So I'm setting up my tags almost based on how I would invite to an event. So if I know that there's going to be events coming up in Kitchener, I'm going to start to funnel people in the Kitchener area in a tag. If I meet a personal trainer online, I'm going to funnel them into a tag, so personal trainer. So I'm just starting to do that. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 personal trainers that I met online just in the last like 4 or 5 days. So here are 4 people that I get to follow up with from the video from the personal trainer. So what I love about the tags is it helps keep me organized and focused. When I was doing my BC tour last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, look at all the people in the BC area that I know. So I reached out to all of these people to invite them to my event. Canceled Juice Plus orders. Here are canceled Juice Plus orders. How cool is that? And I've got notes about why they canceled. So this one girl's like, right now money's tight, but keep in touch. So I don't lose them. These are all people that I will be following up with and loving on them. And last month, I actually renewed 2 canceled customers. They wanted to come back just because I reached out to them. What else can I tell you? Hot leads. So people that I'm like engaged in conversation where they're like, oh, I'm really interested, and so I give them a 5-star rating and I put them in my hot leads file. So these are the people that I'm following up with on a frequent basis. So every 2 to 3 days, I'm like liking their stuff on Facebook, or I'm liking their stuff on Instagram, and I'm making personal comments as I'm building relationships with them. So these are the people that have expressed interest not only in the product, but also in the business. So these are just so fun. Customers, I've started putting all of my customers in a tag, which is amazing, because now this is allowing me to do amazing customer care like I've never done before. So every day I actually go into my customer file in regards to who I need to be reaching out to. So I've just started this this week with adding my customers. And all of these customers who are in the area, I've invited them all to Dr. Mitra-Ray. All to Dr. Mitra-Ray. So it was so easy for me because I know where they live and I know that they can drive to Aurora for the event. Okay, so that's kind of like some of my little secrets. I know it's 8:54. Melissa, do you have a chance? I know you're driving. Are you still on?
Yep, I'm here. I pulled over for a minute so we don't lose connection.
Oh, I can't hear you. There's no volume.
Can you hear me now?
No volume.
I can hear you, Melissa.
Might be in a dead zone. She's driving to cottage country.
I can hear her.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Oh, can everybody hear her? Oh, you
Yeah.
can?
Yes.
Yeah, Melissa, you're good.
Cool. It's weird. It's so quiet though. Okay, what did you want me to share, Nicole, about Teamzy?
Oh, sorry, I had something. I couldn't hear you. You're like, everyone's like, no, I can hear. I'm like, I can't. Just giving some tips. Like you do about like 50 people a day. And I think that is so overwhelming for the average person. is like, I don't like, yeah, Nicole, are you doing make someone's day or, okay. Okay, great. Yeah, so I do a combination, Jen, between action and making someone's day. Just depends on who they are and how deep of a relationship that I have. Yeah, so just talk to them about what does your day look like to get 50 people, because now you're on your 7th week. If you were to do the calculation of how many weeks at 50, that's like over 1,000 people that you've reached out to. And I actually have to go, so I'm going to get you to close off because I'm running the 9 o'clock call.
Okay.
Okay, guys?
Hey, guys. So all I did is make a decision. It started out kind of as a fun competition before the boot camp even started amongst our pod. And it was just a fun competition of who could do the most. So it was kind of everybody was one-upping each other. And then I just thought, okay, that's ridiculous. I can't carry this on for 12 weeks. So I just decided on 50. I don't know why. I just picked that number out of the air and committed to really set the bar high, because I had a lot of people reaching out saying, I'm going to chase you. And I'm like, all right, then you got to come and run with me if you want to. And I stop at 50 usually, the odd time I go above it. But it's like anything in this business, you just have to make a decision that that's what you're going to do. And every day I wake up and I think, okay, I have to do 50. And there's no gray area there. I do 50 every single day. It's just like reaching out to set up certain meetings. You make a goal that you're going to have so many meetings each week. It's just making a decision and sticking to it. It's how you do everything in life. Is how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So once I've made a commitment and I've made that decision, then I'm good. I sent out an article to everybody a while ago on Making a Decision by Bob Proctor, and I thought it was so powerful. And it's how bad do you want this? There are a lot of other things that I could be doing. I have a puppy right here sleeping, driving me crazy, I might add. So he's thrown my schedule off completely, I got to tell you. But I haven't missed Teamzy because I made that commitment. We are renovating our cottage, so I'm basically living at the cottage in a 2-bedroom with my 3 children, or 2 children right now. My husband's not here. My other one's away. And so it's so hard to stay focused and committed, and my Wi-Fi sucks and it was crashing when I was doing the calls and stuff. But if you want this business to work for you guys have to work the business and you just be committed. That's all. I am nobody special. I don't have any secret tricks that I'm doing. I'm just committing to doing Teamzy, and I don't sit down and do it all at once because 50 can be a lot. I will do a whack in the morning. What I do is I reply to all the messages from the night before. So all the messages I sent out, people have replied. I reply to them first of all because there's a conversation going on. And then once I'm done with them, then I go to the Teamzy and who do I have to follow up with? Or right now I'm actually dealing with my follow-ups. For some reason, I didn't touch that way back when. I have no idea why. Maybe I missed that column. I don't know. So I'm playing catch up with follow-ups. And I tell you, every single day, I am so grateful for Teamzy because somebody comes up on there that I have long since forgotten about. And I never would have reached back out to them again if it wasn't for Teamzy. So, I mean, you've heard Nicole. I think Jen is busy tonight bathing her kids. I know she's on, but she can't chat tonight. It took me a long time to get her onto it, but she swears by it now. So anyone using Teamzy is swearing by it because it's keeping everything organized. And you no longer have to spend time thinking about who am I following up with. You just look, there's the 5. And what it also does is they don't go away unless you record some kind of conversation with them. So I just think, okay, what am I going to say to this person? Oh, I didn't want to follow up. And I just go back and look at the conversation, or maybe I'll look at their profile or events that are coming up, such as Mitra. So I'm inviting everybody out to that. And then the other thing, of course, which I've mentioned before, is our Design Your Sweet Life. I invite everybody to that group. Everybody, because there's so much value. Where can somebody go where they have 5 different, let's call it, health professionals? I'll use that term loosely because some of us are personal trainers and so on. But adding incredible information, 5, 6, maybe 7 days a week, some weeks, plus running groups, plus there's webinars in there. The list goes on and on and on. If you are not adding your prospects, your customers, they're missing out, guys. Add them to that. There's so much value in there. We've got some other ideas just brewing that we want to add even more value to get people in there and make it easier for you guys to invite. So There's so many things people can invite. You can invite to, right? Plus the webinars that we're doing all the time, you can invite people to tune into one of those. So if you have not used Teamzy and you've been listening to us, I don't know what to say. Just try it. It's like 30 days free. So you've got nothing to lose by the end of that 30 days. If you follow this, you will be paying for that 10 times over. Any questions quick? My phone's about to die on top of everything else. I agree. Try it. Yes, Melissa, I got her doing it, getting just about everybody that does it finally says, yes, this is amazing. And the other thing, what they initially say is to upload everybody from Facebook and all that. Don't. If you're too busy, don't do that. Just start. You're reaching out to Kelly Smith, add her to Teamzy, tag. So where is she from? She's a nurse. Great. I put those 2 tags. And I don't even record the conversation in Teamzy. I record it on Facebook, and I can go back there and I see where it is. So that saves a little step. And I literally go back and forth each message. I document in Teamzy and I go back and forth. Then I don't forget, and they're all in there. So just start like that. Just start tomorrow, set it up. Don't worry about downloading everything. Just start with your contacts. And if you don't know where to start, go to Facebook and start with everybody that starts with A, or go on your phone, whatever you want to do. And then just add as you talk to people, and it will grow and grow. And just make sure you just stick to it. Set a goal and go for it. You can do it. We can always find the time to do what's important to us, right? Any quick questions on Teamzy? If they're specific to your account, maybe reach out to one of us that's using it, just because it may not apply to everybody else on here. But other than that, let's just wrap up with Mitra's coming next week. Woohoo! Wednesday night in Toronto. The flyers are on TeamB as always. Thank you, Nikki. And Thursday lunch is at my house. It's potluck. She's also doing a talk there, so make sure to get your butt out, and we're going to do some training with her as well. And Thursday night, it is going to be great, great, great. Yes, we will record her, of course, for all of our friends that are not local, and then we can share that later on as well. Not sure if we're going to go live, but we will have it though for sure. So it is going to be so awesome. So if you have not got your ticket, get it immediately. It's going to be an amazing shred-friendly meal. There will be meat options to go with it. So what is Nikki saying? I think it's Greek, to be honest, Nikki, I think. But everything will be on the side, so you can make it gluten-free, dairy-free, all that stuff.
No, for your potluck lunch. I'm reminding people on the event page, make sure you comment what shred-friendly dish you are going to be bringing so we don't end up with all the same stuff.
Yeah, 10 platters of veggies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, so we have the potluck for at my house, and we'll do some training with her, so it's going to be great. And bring guests, bring prospects. They're welcome if they want to tune in, and it's a great way to introduce them to one of the best in our business, right? What Mitra does for the company at whole, let alone our team. Amazing, amazing. All right, guys, I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's 9:03. I'm late. I will let all of you go. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. It really is appreciated for you guys spending the time, and drag your team on next week. And I'm not sure what we're going to do about the call. Oh, I know the call will happen next week for those of you not at Mitra. I'm just not sure who's running it yet, but it will still go on. Okay? So have a great night, everyone. Get your Calgary book. Get Mitra booked. It's going to be an incredible year. See ya.